Welcome. Welcome back to my channel Conquer the Fear. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the important interview questions or one of the important counter questions when it comes to Java Stream API. So in interviews, you must have seen when the questions are asked around Java 8, streams and Lambda expression. The next counter questions, what you get is what is the relation between them, why they are inseparable, and how are they related. Okay, so in this video I'm going to explain that particular questions with the answer with the full source code, how are they related, because many of them are confused, and also most of the 99% of the interviews don't answer this. Okay, so make sure you watch this video till the end and get the proper resolution for it. Now, in Java 8, the stream API and the Lambda expression are going to be the two powerful features that are working very well together. Okay, so they are very much powerful when they work with each other, and they complement each others. Okay, so they work hand in hand. Okay, when it comes to Java 8. Now many people are not aware why they are inseparable. We'll further look into it, but before that, well, let's first look into what stream API is about. So in Stream API with respect to Java 8, these are the functional style of operations that you do on the collections. Let's say you have list, set, right? So that is one of the functional types of operations that you perform on that. Now Stream is going to be the sequence of collections. It is going to support your sequential and the parallel aggregation operations, like filter is there, map is there, reduce is there. There are a number of operations. Now this is not going to store the data, but rather that is going to convey the elements from the data source, or that the source, like any of this, from the source, and then it is going to make a pipeline for the computational operation. That's how it works, because it does not work on that particular original things. Now let's look at the Lambda expression. Now it was again introduced in Java 8, but this is going to be one of the concise way to write an anomination functions. Okay. Now they are primarily used to implement the functional interfaces. Basically, there are predicate functions and other functional interfaces which having the single abstract method. Okay, so they are primarily used to implement those interfaces. Okay, and the next slide you see, this is an a syntax for generating that particular lambda expression. Now, in the next thing, we'll look into what is the relation between these two, Java Stream API and Lambda expression, because this is often used to, Lambda expression is often used inside the stream operations. Okay, so they are going to define the behavior of intermediate operations and the terminal operations. Okay, so there are, let's say there are different methods. Let's say the filter is there. Now this is going to filter based on certain condition. Now the lambda that is used is the predicate over here. Okay, same goes for map. It actually transforms the element. Okay, and it is make use of the lambda expression, that is function. And then comes for each, where you are going to perform some iteration on the particular each element, where we are using the consumer as a lambda expression over there. Then comes the reduce, so where we are trying to combine the elements into a single binary things, single result, that is into the binary operator. Okay, so that's where this particular, they are related to each other. Now if you look at this particular code, okay, we'll come to the exact Java 8 way of writing the lambda expression and the stream API both together. But before that, let's look at the example, why or what problem it solves. Okay, so before Java 8, it was in the traditional way where we used to write is that if you see here, there is a Java class written here, there is a list of names and other things. But if you see in the for loops over here, in order to perform three steps, right? I wanted to, first sort it, or I wanted to only either the names, let's say, that are going to start with J only. Then I wanted to convert all these particular things to the uppercase, and then ultimately I'm trying to print that uppercase related thing. So in this, if you see, there are three different loops which are running it. Okay, where I'm trying to uh, make use of it. Okay, this was the traditional way where that was done in a separate and in a very cumbersome way. Okay, now when it comes to Java 8, okay, here these are much more readable, much more in a better way they have written. Let's look at this. Now if you see the program over here, filter what we have written, it is going to take that particular predicate, that is condition over here, which starts with, it is using the lambda expression over here to specify that particular filter that we discussed. Now you can see the map over there. Again, it is taking the lambda expression, converting it to the uppercase over here. Then comes the for each, where it is using the again the lambda expression that is going to print that thing. On the right side, if you see, this is are all the code which is there. Now let's look at the overall how it is going to be performed like this. If you see here, they are actually here, it will what will happen. The first thing is the collection what we take as an input. Second, it is going to filter it out. Third, it is going to map that particular elements, and then it is going to print that using the for each. Okay, so there is a stream, from the list there is a stream being happening, and then from that stream they are going to filter some elements. Then from that again filter we are going to generate a stream, and then from that stream again we are going to do some mapping that is going to convert to the uppercase, which will give an output as a stream. And on top of that, again, that we are going to perform a for each, where ultimately it is going to print that particular. Okay, so that's what the what happens internally. Okay, now let's look at the differences what are there with respect to the prior to Java 8 and after the Java 8. Now if you look at the filter wise, it is the manual loop you have to write it, but in this case you have a filter method which takes the predicate. The transformation criteria, where we use the for loop plus the addition. Now here you are doing just simple dot map over there. Looping, now use the for loop over there. Now you're using the for each over there. Now with respect to the code length, it is more verbose, it is very cumbersome, but here it is very concise and expressive. Okay, and if you see at the style, it is imperative how to do that, like, but in the declarative way, it is the Java 8 is a very declarative way what to do here. Okay, so in that way it is quite easy and concise and expressive. Okay, at the end, if you see, Stream API is nothing but it is going to provide a structured way for processing the data and the Lambda expression defined in the behavior of each operation. Okay, so they are designed to work together to support the functional way of programming in Java, which was introduced in Java 8. Okay, I hope I was able to explain you the concept of what is the relation between Stream API and the Lambda expression, and what are the changes prior to what you used to do, and what are the changes after this particular Java it has been introduced. Okay, I hope I was able to explain you clearly. Please share this video with the needy people. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching.